Hi, church. Last week in our devotions, we spent time reflecting on how we can grow our relationship with God stronger and deeper. That's always a great place to start in the new year, isn't it? To just put our eyes on God, to focus them on Him at the start of a new year. And so we're going to carry on with this theme for the remaining 3 weeks of January. But each of these weeks we're going to focus in a little bit more on a specific discipline of faith. And by focusing on, we're still continuing to put our relationship as with God as number one and grow it deeper. But we just want to carry on in this teaching series. So week number 2 of January is prayer. Now, let me put forward a question to you. When something good happens, you've got a new job, you've gone to the doctor and he's told you that the issues you had health-wise have been cleared up. Whatever the good news may be, what do you do with that news? Who do you tell first? Or let's maybe look at when you are struggling. On the flip side of those things is you've been made redundant, or you've just been given a bad health report from the doctor, or you're struggling with a relationship at work, a really difficult boss or colleague who just makes life so difficult. Who do you go to share those difficulties? Now, I say this to you and I say this to myself particularly. The danger we have as Christians who are human is that we are human, and we often find it quite comforting to go to our loved ones. So in my situation, my wife Kathy. And that's brilliant that we have loved ones that God has given us to share the highs and the lows, but we should not be going there first. And I have to pick myself up on this many a time, is that something happens that's fantastic and I've been praying for it. And I need to stop and say, God, thank you. Because it's God who gives us all good things. But sometimes I'll go to Kathy first. Imagine what it must be like for God. Imagine I get Kathy a really amazing birthday gift. And the first person, so I give it her, she opens it, she's delighted. And the first person she wants to say thank you to or to talk to is she calls one of her friends. I'd be like, but I gave it you. Don't you want to share the excitement with me first of all? And so it is with God. God gives us great gifts, and we need to go to the person who's given us that gift first of all, to God, and say, thank you. I'm so excited. Look, it does this, it does that. Then go and share it with your loved ones. But go to God first. Then when we're talking about those difficult things in life, when really we faced really difficult news, here's why we should take to God. Because God gives us strength. If we look at Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31, it says, but they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings like eagles, and they shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. See, here's the difference. When we take those things that we're struggling with to God, He is the one who lifts us up. He is the one who gives us strength to not faint or grow weary. See, when we take those things to our loved ones on earth, they can support us, but they can never even remotely give us what God can give us. God has to be our number one, so that in times of trouble, He is the one who gives us supernatural strength, that He gives us a peace that passes all understanding that no human could ever give. So, with your prayers, fact, no, but even before we kind of get into the idea of praise, with the great stuff in your life, with the struggle, pain, and bad stuff you face, take it to God first in prayer. And when we do that, our relationship with God is going to go deeper and stronger because it puts Him as the number one in our life. And when we know who's the number one, then our relationship with them is always going to go deeper and stronger. And then share those struggles and those joys with loved ones, but God first.